Hi guys, so today the title of this video is why the law of attraction is blah. And so in and of itself, the principle of the law of attraction is that it helps us to expand and to grow. Is the main point of why this universal law exists. It shows us that if we look around our external environment and we don't like certain things in our lives, it gives us the opportunity to change those things, to expand and to grow, so that we can check in with ourselves and say, okay, this isn't working because the environment, the relationships, the career path, whatever it may be that I'm working in doesn't fulfill me, doesn't make me happy. And so therefore we can use the law of attraction to change how we perceive those things and therefore change the outcome. So a lot of people have read, books on the law of attraction. A lot of people, that's how they first basically figure out, okay, what the law of attraction is. The only problem with it is that there's a lot of blame that goes on because it's not understood properly. The law of attraction is very simple. However, it's not always explained fully. And so what happens is, if people get into a state or a situation that they're unhappy with, there's a lot of this blame that goes on, either from people externally, or that self-blame that turns into a kind of shame spiral. And what this does is basically, say somebody gets ill, or you get ill yourself, and then you think to yourself, okay, well, if the law of attraction's real, which it is, it's basically my own fault. And this leads to some really big problems for us within the law of attraction community, but also for us personally, because we're constantly blaming ourselves or judging other people for their own hardships, their own challenges. But the thing is, there are two focuses of the law of attraction. There's your human focus, which is your material things, everything like that, but then you've also got the second point of focus, which is your higher self. So I'll tell you a quick story. I was in a state of very low self-esteem when I was a teenager. And so, as the law of attraction would have it, I attracted towards me a lot of people who took advantage of that or made my self-esteem even lower, because I wasn't vibrating at a place of high self-esteem, so I wasn't attracting that towards me. I did a lot of work on myself to overcome that, to build up my self-esteem, and I was feeling in a really powerful place. But something happened to me. The partner that I was with said some things to me which were my deepest fears about myself. So, fears that, oh, you're too ugly, or you're too fat, or those ego thoughts. My partner actually said them to me. And I was really confused at this point, because I thought, I've done so much work on my self-esteem, so if the law of attraction is real, that should mean that I wouldn't attract that situation towards me. But that wasn't the case. I did. And what you've got to understand is the law of attraction is also working from the perspective of your higher self. So at that point, my higher self needed me to come out of that relationship for me to grow and for me to expand and learn. And the only way that I could do that is if I really finally got the message that this was no longer a compatible relationship for me to be in. And because I'd done so much work on my self-esteem, my higher self had obviously thought, okay, this is what's going to catapult me into a new way of existence, which it did. So your higher self doesn't hold judgments, okay? It doesn't see things as good or bad. It sees situations that can get you from one place to another place. So if things are going wrong in your life, if you're coming up against challenges or struggles, please don't always think it's because there's something wrong with you. Don't think it's always because you're not understanding the law of attraction properly. You very well may be. You very well may be very conscious of your thoughts and of the words that you use, because you understand how the law of attraction works. You're going to bring towards you what you feel and what you vibrate at. But if you're doing all that work and then things start going wrong, please don't think it's automatically because you're doing something wrong. It could just be that your higher self is giving you an opportunity to grow and expand, because it doesn't judge things as good or bad. You may have a desire to get out of your comfort zone, to really challenge yourself. And your higher self may keep bringing situations into your life that will cause you to do this. And this can make you feel a little bit like, oh, whoa, slow down, stop. I didn't ask for this. I didn't invite this into my life. But you have. You have unconsciously invited this into your life because you know it's going to help you. So just because you are aware of the law of attraction and you are using it doesn't mean your life is always going to be, rainbows and unicorns all the time. That's just not the way life works. And also, it's really important not to fall into this self-blame spiral if things go wrong. Don't automatically put yourself down. But also, it's very important with other people. If you know somebody who gets ill, or a disaster or chaos happens in their life, don't automatically assume that they have attracted that towards them, because the law of attraction works on two different levels: your own personal level here as a human being, but also as your higher self. Sometimes people go through illnesses or different things like that because it's a catapult for their own personal growth, and their higher self knows what it's doing. So we can't hold too many judgments is basically the point of this message. Don't judge yourself too harshly, and don't judge others too harshly, because like we were saying, the law of attraction works on two different levels: your higher self and your human self. So keep working with it. Keep working with the law of attraction. It's not to say it doesn't work, but it is to say that just because you're using it and you understand that you are attracting into your life that which you desire, when something comes into your life that you don't desire, or that you don't think you're aligned to, or that you've asked for, it may well be your higher self bringing that into your life, because on a deep level it is what you desire. Do you get what I mean? So that's a little message for this week, and why the law of attraction is a bit blah. If you're only seeing it from the perspective of a human, you've also got to be able to see the law of attraction from the perspective of your higher self in order to get the most from it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you very shortly. I'm just out on a walk with Mr. Indy right now. So we're going to go see what we can attract towards ourselves, and see what happens with that. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.